Welcome back to American Medicine Today. I'm with Dr. Bonati, and we're going to discuss the track record of socialism and why it's just nothing but failure.
One of the things that is confusing to the population is what really socialism is. One way to describe it is centralization of power. Another way to describe it is a kleptocracy. That confuses a lot because everybody attaches their point of view to what they really think they're supposed to be. So it's a nightmare of confusion.
Sure.
The real truth is nothing more than control and redistribution of wealth, but they don't want to tell you that.
Right.
So the mechanism is evaluated in two different parameters. If they said to you that they're going to give you something for free, distribution. If they said to you they are going to regulate, is control. When you talk about this type of a behavior, you need to understand that there are two elements in any country before really you become socialistic. And the one element is the richness of the country, the industry, the mining industry, the energy industry, the banks, the industry by itself. All those things produce wealth. Socialistic mentalities is like cancer. They go immediately to what is the rich and why the rich has too much and why the rich shouldn't be spreading their wealth to the poor.
Well, kind of like what they're doing right now in the United States.
Like they're trying to do now. Exactly. That's the discussion today in television and all these parameters of socialism. But really, let's divide this element in the rich in one side, that is the industry or the banks or the wealth that the country has and all this. The other side is a population of takers. That population of takers live in a community that is supplying to them at this stage certain comfort. And the comfort that is supplied to them is based on that richness of the country. As soon as the socialism walk there, they shut down with two elements. One is the control, and the other one is redistribution. So they control. To become a socialistic country, the first thing that you need to do is control the wealth. And then what you do is you jump and control the banks, then control the energy, then control the industry, and then after you control all that, you take that power of the economy, it goes to the government. So all these things disappear. So the leaders that they were creating, or they create that wealth in the nation, now they're out, they're gone. So the government now takes that and then decided to distribute the wealth. So pass the wealth to the quote-unquote takers. These takers now, they have health care for free. They have education for free. They have some of these ones, they are even going to have salaries for free without working.
But what's bad about that? I mean, let's play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds fantastic, but you sound like you're supporting Bernie.
No, but the major trouble is this. Once you do this distribution, how long this money is going to last?
But we're not supposed to ask that question.
Oh, but that's the question that they don't answer. Once this money is gone, now these people are going to be attacked by the government, and they're going to go, you lazy bum, go to work and pay taxes. They're going to go, I don't want to pay taxes. I want the benefits of the socialism. When that happens, you have the situation in Venezuela. So the people are going to go to the street and remove that leadership from the system. The problem is, to remove that leadership of the system, you need to have guns. The first thing that they do in socialism is control the guns, educate the children, and then distribute the money and indoctrinate the children.
Yes.
At that stage is Venezuela today.
Right.
Do we want to be Venezuela?
I certainly don't. But then you also hear the liberals talk about how wonderful socialism is working in the Scandinavian countries.
But the real truth, the Scandinavian countries are not socialistic. They have two elements. They are the best organized capitalistic countries, with the only difference that they have a welfare for certain entitlement. That is what they cannot become really powerful economically, because the entitlements keep them down. The people don't invest on that. They have really good management in capitalistic investments with banks and with energies.
With socialistic healthcare.
With socialistic healthcare, with some education. But remember one thing, these countries are very small, okay? They have few million of people, they don't have 340 million people. Number two, they're probably the population is less than Los Angeles in this country. One of the advantages that they have is very small population, number one. Number two, the same culture.
Right.
Number three, the same food. Number four, the same religion. Number five, the same race. Okay? They don't mix very easy.
Right.
So what happened is they have everything that we don't have here in benefit of them. Here, religion. We have a mess on religion all over. We have 20 million religions here. Then we go ahead and have race. They don't have race problems. We do have here, you look me funny, and it's immediately race problem, all right? Then aging, okay? The populations of those countries are young countries. And the elderly is well managed in healthcare. The population here is an immigrant population. You don't ever know what type of illnesses that person will bring you to the country.
Correct.
Okay? And now that you have open borders, we start to see illnesses that they disappear 20 years ago, returning back. That is a tremendous amount of economic hurt for the country. These elements are not being considered. So when these people goes, oh, we need socialism, they are such an ignorant group that they only are looking for their own benefit.
Right.
These people walk in the Senate with one hand on front and one hand on the back, and in around 4 years, they're millionaires, and in 10 years are billionaires.
You mean their hand in other people's pockets?
Absolutely,
yes.
That's what they do. And unless we start to get term limits, and we start to educate the children on the schools, and you're gonna see the change of everybody, because nobody wants to be a socialist. Everybody wants to work. Look at the enormous amount of traffic on the streets now. You cannot drive. Okay, before it took me an hour to go to my office. Today it takes me almost 2 hours because the traffic is miserable. And I am so happy because these people is paying taxes, it's making my life easy. Otherwise, the socialist government is going to go and charge the people who works. And if there's few people that work, then the taxes are going to be higher.
I think it's ironic that they keep wanting to bring a socialist regime to the United States, but I've never really seen anyone go ahead and leave capitalist countries to go live in already socialist established countries. So I guess we need to be asking the tougher questions of our presidential candidates that are in support of bringing socialism to our country. Thank you for watching American Medicine Today.